Going to look at repairing this Delta Pullout spray faucet. Now I've already taken this apart, but we've kind of put it back together to show you how it works. But before I took this apart, this handle would not move anymore. It was really hard. It was stiff inside here and all corroded. Wouldn't swivel side to side at all. So let me show you how we took it apart. You take off this little cap here, and that reveals an Allen. And I loosened that up and pulled this head off, or the handle off, I should say. And this threads on to hold the cartridge. Well, it's not a cartridge, it's actually a ball, faucet ball, in place. You pull this out. You can see here's the faucet ball. There's a little seal here, and there are springs and seats inside of here that help it seal. So if your faucet is dripping over here, then you have a seal problem against your ball. But that's not the problem with this faucet. Okay, and I've even taken this hose off too. Normally when you pull this out, the hose would be here. We disconnected it underneath and just pulled the whole thing out. So that's all out of the way. So that's done already. And then we fought this thing and we put some oil down here and we got that off too. So that should just lift right off if your faucet's working properly. This was corroded and jammed in there. So what I did is took some emery paper and just kind of cleaned out the corroded areas all around. I made that nice and smooth. I went around this here. That was all corroded, so I cleaned all that off. Okay, so now the next step is we need to grease these O-rings up. Nothing was leaking on this or anything, so our O-rings are probably in fine shape, so we're just going to grease them and put them back. The only problem with this faucet is that it was not swiveling, but if your faucet is leaking down here around the bottom, you probably have an O-ring problem at one of these 2 points. There's an O-ring that goes here and here that seals that. Okay, we're going to put these back, and you can replace them. You can buy a little kit. This is a Delta faucet, and you can buy a Delta kit that comes with all the parts in here, part there, the O-rings and everything. So, all right, we're going to slide these down. One goes, whoops, you don't want to do that. Don't be like me. All right, slide that down in the bottom slot, and let's put a little extra grease on there to ensure that this slides easily. Okay, we're going to do the same with the second one. In fact, a tip I'll tell you, since I dropped that piece in there, is lay a towel on the bottom of the sink, or put the plug in the sink. Because if you drop a little part down in there, it's going to make it hard to fish it out. Okay, it looks like that O-ring is loose on there. We might have to replace that one. I have a kit here. This is the Delta repair kit, and your faucet may be a Mullen or some other brand, but it comes with all the parts that are needed. So we'll show you how to put the rest of this back together in the next clip.